Hey, so all the campers have gone, so I know that I'm not going to be disturbing them now. Up and dressed, which is nice, about 10 o'clock. There's they've got breakfast going on at the bar, but I feel like that'll be a treat for tomorrow. I feel like I ought to probably have my porridge or something this morning. I've got indecision again. I'm annoyed because if I'd woken up early enough and just got out, I would have been fine, but now I'm faffing. And I've got a few bits that I could do with getting, so I've forgotten to bring some bags for rubbish, which is a bit annoying. And there was something else. I'd like to get a carrot, just a lonely carrot. There was something else as well. Living wild. I've got to do something today. I can't have a 5-night break and only end up doing 2 days worth of activities. That's mad. However, Sundays are generally taken up with something else anyway, because I normally go to church on a Sunday, so I won't. That was always going to be a ruled out day, but it's Saturday. I should be gallivanting somewhere. I don't even have the excuse of feeling rubbish today. Just indecisive. Yeah, although what I am pleased about is that I'm finally organising this tent how I want, and yeah, I think what I definitely want to update on is I want to get some more base layers, merino ones, because they do just last longer. In terms of before needing to wash them, I feel like some of my clothes already need a good wash, so I'm going to invest in some of those. I think just for the type of activities I do, and long trips like this where I'm going to be away for 5 nights, it's just handy having base layers that don't pong after one little activity. And I've got this little piddly thing. This is a Mountain Warehouse Classic. It's just a little towel, and I've been using it as like a gym towel. So you just unpoke it. I should be down here and show you. So yeah, it's just a very lightweight towel, and it makes a good gym towel. So I think I will be taking that with me wherever I go today, because that'll keep things fresh. Yeah. Oh, I've got another one down there. That's the green one. That gets used for the tent, and this gets used for me. Takes up no space, it's perfect. So yeah, got to decide what to do now. Now I faffed, but at least I'm up. I can't say I think this looks very appetising, but we'll see how it goes. Needless to say, I'm not a fan of that. What's annoying is it tastes absolutely vile when you eat it, but it doesn't leave an aftertaste that's vile. So I'm just wondering if I can just get over it, knowing that it's not going to leave me feeling sick after. I'm not sure. Hey, so as you can see, I'm still in my tent. It's about 12:30, and I've decided it's time for some lunch. So I wouldn't say it's very inspiring, but it's just a mugshot pasta. Hopefully it won't be too crunchy. I have run out of my mug. I need to go wash up my mug from yesterday, and I don't have the inspiration to do that, and I've got a bowl, so I might as well use it. I've not made it out, but I have made a little list of some places that I can get to in the afternoon, and a bit of a next time list as well. So I could go to, I'm going to call it Found Hope, that's probably not how you pronounce it, but I could just go there and go to the pub, or just sit by the river or something, walk down to the river. I don't know whether this was as easy to get back, so I might leave that for another day. But yeah, so I've got my skivered plan as well, somewhere here. meal plan. There we are. So I was going to go today, but I think I can do that on Monday, especially after a few days rest from yesterday. So anyway, I'm getting a bit more organised so that if I wake up, I definitely know I don't have to look up buses and stuff. I can just focus on getting out the door and head off. And I've done my exercises this morning for probably for about an hour. Some of it in the tent and some of it out of the tent, but I felt a little bit of a wally, so I decided to head back in. And I'm just trying to keep all the creepy crawlies out. It's quite warm in here, and but when you have this mesh open, it obviously lets a lot more air flow through, but it also lets the bugs in. So yeah, I do need to get out, that's basically. I can't spend a whole day in my tent. Perhaps I should have brought my chair with me. That would have meant I could sit outside a bit more comfortably. Maybe that's to go on the next list. Definitely going to get some more base layers. I think that's a priority. And I definitely want a 2-pot cook set, because I use my jet boil to boil water mainly, and yes, I used the jet boil to make the beans the other day, but it was a bit of a sod to wash up just because you've got the neoprene cover and it just took a while to dry, and if I wanted to use it the next day it would mean that it would be quite tricky. I had to put it in a dry bag until it aired out in my rucksack, which isn't ideal. So I think also to make it a bit more lightweight, so if I'm doing more long distance trails or something, so I'm looking at getting a titanium main pot and then an aluminium bowl that I can slot either outside or inside nest. So I'm doing a bit of research on that. I don't really want to be buying a load of pots and pans. I don't really need to. I just need to really think about what I need, and I think that would be a good setup, because if I wanted to make something small like a porridge or heat up, I like those little tins of either spaghetti with sausages or something like that. That would be quite nice to heat up, but I won't need a big pot for that. So I think a bowl or some smaller pot would go quite well for those, and an aluminium would be slightly more long, non-stick, so that's why I'd want an aluminium different pot rather than a titanium full setup. And then I could use the 1-pot titanium for when I'm just away on long distance trails or whatever. So I do think it would be worth me updating, but I've decided I only ever really want a maximum of 3 of each thing that I get, so things like tents and sleeping bags and stuff, because I always need 1 for winter, 1 for summer trail use, and then a bog standard 3 seasons. So I've got all my 3 season type kit, but I'm looking to specialise a little bit more, so that just to allow me to do those more long distance trips, or like today it's just been too hot, and yes, you can use the sleeping bag as a bit of a quilt, but even then it was just a bit too warm. So yeah, it's just planning, isn't it? It's just thinking about priorities and working out what you want to achieve and how you're going to use your kit to help with that. But I'm very blessed with the stuff that I have. I shouldn't really be moaning, and I'm not moaning, I'm just aware that by having a few extra bits and bobs it will make things a little bit more comfortable and also get me further and do bigger things. So yeah, so I guess better have this lunch. Goodness knows if I'll actually make it out today, but I'm not pressurising myself. I don't think that would be wise, so we'll just see what happens. But yeah, we'll see what happens. See if you'll see a picture of anything other than me in a tent today. Hey, so I made it out. Woo! I noticed they've got canoe hiring across the way, and I had half an hour on the water. I'd managed not to change the landscaping of the river, which is always a bonus. I don't think I'm very good at keeping a straight line in a canoe. Bearing in mind I've only done it once, and that was on the charity trip, and yes, I had a guide that helped me work out how you paddle so you stay in a straight line, but it still takes a bit of practice. But it was so nice. There's a lot of bugs around, but hey, it's a warm day, so there will be. So that was really nice. And I think I may well try and go for a swim at some point, because I've realised there's a leisure centre the other side, so that'd be nice as well. So, oh, there's a nice breeze. So I got out, and the nice thing is I got out and I didn't have to go far. Brilliant. Very happy about that. So I think my next idea is to go to Sainsbury's, which is about a 15-minute walk, which is fine, and then get a steak for tea. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. There's more bugs. I don't think I can keep them away. Anyways, yeah, so I plan to get some tea and get a bit more fresh air, a bit more vitamin D, and then it's head out for the evening. I don't think you'll hear much from me over the next day or so, because I'm going to be a bit busy, as I've been getting to know some people here, which is great, and so I'll probably be having a rest from vlogging. And actually I would have taken you with me canoeing, but I left you behind. Silly Wally. I couldn't find you. I think I put it here, and then I moved it over there, and then I moved it back again, and it was tucked down the back of here. So it took me ages to find the camera again, so that was annoying. But hey, you know what canoeing looks like, so I don't think you would have missed too much. And I wasn't, yeah, I don't think I was that entertaining either. So yeah, so that's that. I think yeah, main aim is to get out the door again and see if I can get to Sainsbury's and get all the bits that I need ready for the next few days. I'm so glad I got out, even if it was just over there. Do you know, I'm actually quite glad that I didn't make it out, because if I'd been on Skirrid, or if I'd been anywhere else that I was due to go this afternoon, this is what I would have faced. Yeah, there's storms surrounding everywhere at the minute, so perhaps it was for the best. So whilst there's storms going on, I'm decided not to sit on my mat, and I've tucked it away just because it's got metal in it. So if there was the worst to happen, I'm sat on a foam mat instead, which I think will insulate me that bit more. Do you know, I'm starting to get a headache and feel off, so I think it might be time for me to take my emergency epilepsy meds. I don't know why storms kick them off, but just as well I came prepared. I always carry my emergency meds for whatever reason. It's not always thunderstorms that cause a trigger for a seizure, so, but it is a bit disconcerting out there. I can smell the rain coming. I've taken my epilepsy meds, so I'm all good. I love camping in the rain. So I made it to a lovely Sainsbury's, and I've got some tea. So I've got some steak down there, some lonely mushrooms and salad, which I'm looking forward to, and then I managed to get some more hiking snacks. I've got a cheap protein bar. Look what I found. I found a lonely carrot, 3p I think it cost me. So I'm happy, and I was laughing because I've got these foam shrimps here, and it reminds me a little bit of when I used to go running. I used to do very much a Forrest Gump and just go on forever and ever, it felt like. I don't know whether my headspace was in the same as his. I can't remember the film, but and he goes shrimping, so it made me laugh. It reminded me of that. So anyway, there's method in that. It wasn't just I decided to get shrimpy foamy sweets. So yes, I think it's time to cook, and this is my hoard. I'm proud, can you tell? So I've got my steak resting, and they always say salad too, but actually I think it's only one for me, like devour salad, so I'm very happy with that. As you can see, probably, the stove definitely heats the middle a lot more than the edge. I was hoping it would spread the flame out a bit more, so I definitely will think about a stove that's made for cooking a bit more than boiling water. It's actually not that bad, but I don't want to ruin my nice fry pan. But otherwise, yeah, really happy with how that's gone. We'll have to see what it tastes like. The sit mat I've got makes quite a nice little lap tray, so yeah, balances it quite nicely on my lap. Otherwise I'd be a bit all over the place, worried about dropping my food everywhere, I think. Hey, so it is about 11 o'clock, something like that, in the evening. So I had my tea earlier that I showed you earlier. It was divine. It tasted so good. I love greenery, so I was very happy about that. Yeah, so I went to the evening event and then popped back, saw some nice people, so that's always good. I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so I won't be vlogging at all, just because I tend to try and have a bit of a Sunday break anyway, and it's quite nice to just, I don't know, have that time out. So I will probably next see you on Monday morning. Here's hoping I have another nice night. I think I will probably be listening to the boy racer chihuahuas, as I'm going to call them from now on, and eat snacks and have good company and enjoy church tomorrow. Can you hear them? The chihuahuas are back. Yeah, so I think, yeah, chilled out day tomorrow and then back on the game on Monday. I am gonna get out. I was gonna say groove, I think I mean drive. To get out, I am getting out. I'm gonna head up something, so here's hoping that drive leads to action and I manage to have a good time. But anyway, I will loves and leaves you, and trust that you guys are having a really nice spring leading into summer. It's finally having some nice weather, hey, making the most of it, even if it is thundering at times. Glorious times, and I will see you Monday.